Good morning, my dear children. In this session, you are going to learn Chapter 3 Electrochemistry. Before we start the chapter, let we understand contents and objective of this chapter. Studying this unit, you will be able to explain few important points. Among those, the first one is to describe an electrochemical cell and differentiate between galvanic and electrolytic cell. To apply Nenner's equation for calculating the EMF of galvanic cell and define standard potential of the cell. Third one is to derive relationship between standard potential of the cell, gives energy of the cell reaction and its equilibrium constant, and few important definitions like resistivity, conductivity and molar conductivity of the ionic solution. Describe the method for measurement of conductivity of electrolytic solution and calculation of their molar conductivity. To justify the variation of conductivity and molar conductivity of solution with a change in their concentration and define molar conductivity at zero concentration. It explains Corlash's law and learn its application. To understand quantitative aspects of electrolysis using Faraday's law. Next one is to describe the construction of some primary and secondary batteries and a fuel cell. The last one is to explain corrosion as an electrochemical process. Let us understand what is electrochemistry. Electrochemistry, electro plus chemistry, electricity plus chemistry. Electrochemistry is a branch of chemistry that deals with the relationship between chemical or chemical reaction and electricity. The definition of electrochemistry is study of production of electricity from energy released during spontaneous chemical reaction and use of electrical energy to bring about non-spontaneous chemical reaction. Electrochemistry deals with a situation where redox reactions are separated in space or time connected by an external electric circuit. Now, from the above definition, we can understand few reaction can carry over without spending any external energy. Few reaction will carry over with spending some amount of energy. That energy, what we are going to talk about is electric energy, current, which related with the chemical reaction. So, before we talk about this, let me understand what is spontaneous reaction and non-spontaneous reaction. Chemical reaction is a spontaneous, means it happen on its own without any external energy. By this, it releases free energy and produces electricity. Galvanic cell. The other example for spontaneous reactions are melting of ice, salt dissolves in water, rusting of iron, diamond converts into carbon, smell diffuses in room. Now, you can understand what is spontaneous reaction. When you talk about spontaneous reaction, one more important point to be noted, spontaneous reaction need not to be instant reaction. It is a condition for it. Delta G value will be minus or negative. Already in class 11 you have discussed about this particular point. Now, the next point is what is non-spontaneous reaction. Reaction will carry over with spending certain amount of energy. Without external energy, the reaction will not carry over. So, we have to, which means we have to provide external source of energy. If external source of energy stops, reaction will not continue or reaction will not carry over. So, for this delta G value will be positive. What are all the example? Hydrolysis of water. So, without spending current, hydrolysis of water will not occur. Everybody knows about it. Burning of coal, we have to give heat energy. Burning of petrol, so definitely everybody knows this. So, these are all considered to be non-spontaneous reaction. So, how you are going to connect this one with electrochemistry? The chemical reaction will occur by spending electricity, or electricity will be produced by carry over the chemical reaction. That is what we are going to talk about under this topic. The next important point what we have to talk about is about electron. Electro plus chemistry. So, we are going to talk about electron. In the above slide, I have mentioned few electronic gadgets. All the electronic gadgets work on batteries. We know that. So, electronic word came from electron. We should understand how the electron is a deriving force on this. Electricity, it is also having electron. Electron come from chemistry. So, there is a direct connection between electron and the chemistry. So, now the electronic gadgets whatever I have mentioned works on batteries. We know that in batteries some chemical reaction occur. When you say chemical reaction occur, the movement of electron will occur, so that we can correlate electron with the examples which depend on electrochemically produced power, So, electron is the one responsible for current. If we know the chemical reaction, we can understand from where electron is transferred, and if you understand the background of this reaction, corrosion of metal, for example, corrosion of iron. If we understand the chemical reaction carry over in this reaction, we can very easily explain how it is relevant with the electrochemical series. So, these all points we will be talking about under electrochemistry. The next source of electricity is ion. It is a part of electrolytic solution. About solution, you had brief discussion in the previous chapter. So, directly let me enter into electrolytic solution. Based on dissociation into ions, solution can be divided into electrolytic and non-electrolytic solution. You know about it. Copper sulfate, zinc sulfate are example for electrolytic solution. An electrolytic solution is a solution that generally contains ion, copper sulfate, Cu2 plus and SO4. Atoms or molecules that have lost or gained electrons and is electrically conductive. For this reason, they are often called ionic solution. Now, let me discuss the difference between electrolytic solution and electronic solution. Under electronic conductors, conduction is due to flow of electron. Already we have discussed about it. When you say only flow of electron carry over, so that there will not be any decomposition of substance carry over. Whereas, when you talk about electrolytic conductor, flow of electricity is due to movement of ion. So, definitely decomposition reaction occur in electrolytic conductors. When you talk about increase or decrease the temperature, conduction decreases as temperature increases because of opposite movement of electron. Whereas, as you increase the temperature, movement of ion occur very fast. So, in electrolytic conductors, conduction increases. In class 11, you have studied about redox reaction. Now, electrochemistry is having very important connection between redox reaction. So, before studying about electrochemical cell, which is a system utilizing a redox reaction to produce or use electrical energy, let me understand redox reaction first. In redox, RED means reduction, OX means oxidation. Oxidation is loss of electron which causes reduction. The element which loses electron is considered to be a reducing agent, whereas reduction is gain of electron and causes oxidation. The element which gains electron is considered to be oxidizing agent. For example, hydrogen after losing an electron, it will be gaining positive charge and it is considered to be reducing agent. Whereas chlorine observing or gaining electron, after gaining electron, it gains negative charge, it is considered to be a oxidizing agent.